It's your girl Tiffany, Madam Malicious Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka the light that shines like a diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one who isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If y'all will be so kind to please like, share, and subscribe, it will be greatly appreciated. This is going to be a general reading for the overall collective of any zodiac sign, so please take the messages that apply, leave the ones that do not. Remember that this reading can apply to your past, your present, or your future, as well as it may be pertaining to you or any and everyone in between that you may or may not know. With that being said, guys, we're going to get started with your overall messages, which I've already pre-shuffled and have out here for you all, guys. And then we're going to get some further clarification and see what else is going on, guys. Okay, so the first card you started off with, these cards came out together, which kind of basically means the same. You have family annihilation and evil serial killer family, guys. Okay, next you have a family secrets being exposed, betrayal, and listen to the words that come out of their mouth, guys. Okay, so your family collective, Spirit is saying you have a serial killer family, okay, who are involved in family annihilation. Okay, so the word annihilation is basically, especially family annihilation, is basically people who kill their own families. Okay, so obviously for this to come out like this, both family annihilation and evil serial killer family, there's multiple people in your family who have died at the hands of other family members. Okay, whether you know this or not, Spirit is saying, okay, some of these people, it may have been said that, oh, they died of natural causes, or some kind of catastrophic incident, or you know, whatever. But Spirit is saying that this is obviously a lie. Okay, those are some type of cover stories. Okay, likely these individuals would have died like all of a sudden out the blue for absolutely no reason at all. Like you seen them one day and the next day they were like literally gone, type of thing. Okay, but it's because of family annihilations that's going on, guys. Okay, with these family secrets being exposed, I feel like that's the family secrets that's being exposed. Okay, there could be other things, but it seems like one of the main family secrets that's being exposed is the fact that you have an evil serial killer family, and several people in your family have died at the hands of other family members. Okay, not by any coincidence. Okay, if you all have family members who have died in mysterious ways, okay, or family members who have died just like all of a sudden out the blue. You know, talked to them one day, seen them one day, the next day you didn't, or they were gone all of a sudden, or even family members, a group of family members dying all at the same time, or either several family members who died, you know, they may have all died singularly by themselves, but like back to back to back of each other. Okay, whatever way that it went, okay, there are several people in your family who were frankly blood sacrifice, guys. Okay, so this is like betrayal, Spirit is saying. Okay, this betrayal that is going on in your family is due to backstabbers in your family, hatred in your family, jealousy, envy in your family, guys. Spirit is saying. Okay, so I feel like what Spirit is saying, listen to the words that come out of their mouth, that the people in your family, they may speak in code, in subliminal, in riddles and rhymes, and subliminal messages and different things like that, or what have you, which is why Spirit is saying listen to the words that come out of their mouth. Okay, because a lot of times people get themselves away. Okay, a lot of times these people say a lot of things without, you know, people can say things without saying them. Okay, there could be certain individuals who are in the know of these things that's going on, you know what I'm saying, you know, with certain cliques or groups or what have you of individuals within the family that knows that these things are going on, and then say you know, other persons within the family, things may be withheld or hidden from, and different things like that. So many of you all, you know, you probably went throughout your entire life not knowing that these things were going on, but if any of you all have gone through some type of awakening and you are now aware, and you know, the veil has been lifted from your eyes, you are now you know, figuring out that this is going on or has been going on. in your family, guys. Okay, so that's what's going on here, y'all. When I clarify family annihilation with evil serial killer family, there were several cards that wanted to come out, one of which was a mother card that kept on trying to come out. The Empress card kept on showing itself, and then I have this evil mother card here. Okay, so this is someone who is a bad mother. This is someone who does spell work, who is unloving, spiteful, mean, surly, toxic, a witch, someone who is into the dark arts or magic, a pimping mom, a neglectful mom, a hot-tempered mother, an envious, jealous mother, very cutthroat, ruthless, very hateful, spiteful type of individual, a narc that needs help, someone who is abusive, someone who is a child killer, someone who is sinister, selfish. This person could even have some type of undiagnosed mental illness. Okay, for some of you all, this person may have a diagnosed mental illness. Okay, but this is a mother who is not nurturing at all. Okay, someone who is wicked. Okay, but this person, or even demonic, this person is, whoever family this is, there is a specific mother, okay, who may parades around as like some type of matriarch in your family, but she is not solely in this alone. Okay, it's not like she is solely the one and only person in your family that is just knocking off people left and right. Okay, like she is, but she isn't in it alone. Okay, like I said, she could be the one of the main mothers within your family, whether on your mother's side or your father's side, or what have you, that has taken on this like matriarch type of role here. Okay, so if there is like a certain group of individuals within your family that knows that this is going on, she may be the go-to mother for certain things, whether it be spell work, or whether it be like poisons, or whether it be like whatever in particular that is done to implement the death of a certain family member, or individual, or what have you. Okay, we also have the witchy twitchy card here. Okay, so there's it's heavily aspected in this situation that your family is into the dark arts. Okay, they're into ritualistic practices. They're also into blood sacrifice. Okay, human blood sacrifice. Okay, there could even be animal sacrifices that is done in some of their ritualistic practices to conjure up some of the things that they're trying to conjure up as it relates to the death of family members. Okay, so they're not shy to sending people the evil eye, being a part of the craft, doing curses and spells and witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, voodoo, hexes, sex magic, love spells, root work. They could even belong to some type of witch coven or secret society of some kind. They are into Satanism or devil worship. Very evil individuals. Okay, I'm literally seeing somebody could be very strong in the area of either cauldron magic or like kitchen magic or something like that, or what have you. Okay, somebody who works with a lot of spells and potions and different things. Okay, guys, we also have the devil here. Okay, so the spirit is saying evil is as evil does. Okay, these people, again, I'm seeing these people could definitely belong to some type of wicked cult coven or secret society. They're into devil worship. These are people who are very evil. They're sinister, they're wicked, they're toxic, they're demonic, they're dark individuals who are in their south node. Okay, their shadow side, their dark side. Okay, you could have several witches or warlocks who are in your family. These are some toxic individuals who have bad habits. They're very materialistic, they're very greedy, narcissistic, possessive, controlling, manipulative, demonic, or even dominant in some type of way. Okay, because the devil is all about possession, restrictions, obsessions, addictions, and different things like that, or what have you. Okay, there could be persons in your family who are demonically possessed. They're definitely sellouts nonetheless. Okay, they're heavily involved in the dark arts, maybe black magic or voodoo or what have you. Okay, guys, to clarify family secrets being exposed, we have the moon card here. Okay, so we know that the moon is all about secret things, hidden things, what's done in the dark. Okay, cover up, shady people, dirty dealings, illusions, fears, the subconscious, doubt, decisions being made, even overwhelm in sadness, evil, witchery, rituals, secrets. Okay, what's done in the dark. It can even speak to the past, dilemmas, delays, and all other kind of things. But it's a lot of sneaky, freaky, creepy things going on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, behind one's back. Okay, and I feel like whatever is supposed to be secret or hidden or covered up as it relates to these family annihilations, as it relates to this evil serial killer family, is being exposed. Okay, because the moon, it illuminates. Even though a lot of things are done under the moon or in darkness, because with the moon energy, the moon comes out when it's dark. Okay, so a lot of people do a lot of shady, shicey things behind the scenes, in the shadows, in darkness, okay, where they're not seen, or what have you. This is clarifying family secrets being exposed, okay? So what was being done in the dark is coming to the light as it relates to these family secrets, okay? That is tied into, this evil serial killer family who is heavily involved in family annihilation, guys, okay? Spirit is saying this is ultimate betrayal, okay? This family have ultimately betrayed other family members, just stabbed them in their back, committed a hate crime against them. They've been jealous and envious of certain people, or just worked against certain people, or just put, people that they seen as less than, or weaklings, or black sheeps, or just set up certain people to be the sacrificial lambs, just completely betrayed these people, okay? We got time is dirty money here, okay? So stop wasting it, okay? They feel like if it don't make money, it don't make sense. These are, like I said, some very greedy, materialistic individuals. These are the type of people who take bribes. This energy is about payoffs. It's about money moves. It's about money-hungry gold diggers here, okay? So this betrayal, your family's betrayal, sole purpose for this betrayal is money. Collective. So the people who they have set up in sacrifice has been for the purposes of money, guys, okay? For some of you all, this is how some of your families came up out the hood, about the projects, about the trailer parks, and out of poverty and different things like that, or what have you, okay? Take a close look at the people within your families who have certain lifestyles or a certain way of living, of being, but don't really have the like the backing for it. You know what I'm saying? Look at those who have, a lot of money, nice cars, nice homes, and middle class neighborhoods and different things like that, or whatever. Here you are, been busting your ass all your life, been working all your life since you was a teen, and you might not even be living like that. They haven't done no such thing, yet they're living like that and different things. That's for a reason. That's for a reason. Okay, they're getting their incentives from somewhere. They're getting their money from somewhere. Okay, and yeah, a couple people you can say, oh, they got married and different things like that, or what have you. So they're from their housing to their income is because their spouse and different things like that, or what have you. Which for those of you all who have some of your elders in your family could fall in that category. Okay. So from those of you who have, if you have great grandparents or great anything, great grandparents, great aunts and different things like that, or what have you, uncles and different things like that, or what have you, obviously many of them, for a lot of us, are probably already deceased or what have you, but some of your grandparents is even in that category, okay? But it's the ones that are, especially the ones who are under them, okay? So some of you all have grandparents who may not have a really high education. Some of them may, but not everybody's grandparents or great grandparents have a really high educations and different things like that. They obviously came up in a more conservative time, so a lot of those women did marry. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those women may not have even been drive, or even gone to college, or had long history, work histories and different things like that, or what have you, and different things like that. Many of them did get married, okay, and the assets that you have came along with whatever marriages that they may be in, or what have you. But it's the individuals up under that, or what have you, or up under them, or what have you, if they're living those type of lifestyles, okay, without whether they're married or not, without being married and different things like that, or what have you, it just makes you wonder, well, how are they living this lifestyle? Where are they getting their income from, and different things like that, or what have you. It's not going to be like that for everybody, but it is definitely a factor. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, this is betrayal for the love of money. Okay, and they seem like they have been doing this for a while. And I'm talking about a family. We're not talking about one suspicious death in your family in your lifetime. Okay, there are multiple people who have died. Okay, if you come from a family who is a part of this, it's likely that you're both your mother's side and your father's side are into this, okay? So you will be able to find remnants or traces of this on both sides of your family, okay? Um, Likely. Just because it's simple fact, birds of the feather flock together. Something as simple as that, okay? And this stems back from, you can trace this back from your parents, okay? Um, which basically what makes up your two different sides of the family anyway. You understand what I'm saying? And you can usually tell when it happened, like back in the day. Now that I think about it, like back in the day, it was harder to detect, okay? Just because of the simple fact, like when I think about my life and different things like that, or what have you, well, back in the day, it was harder to detect because the deaths was few and far in between. So when somebody died, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't all that, you know what I'm saying? Unless they died in a very tragic way that would obviously make somebody question, like, wow, how did this happen? You know, like, why would this happen? Type of thing, or what have you. Um, Most people didn't question when it died. You know what I'm saying? Like in your lifetime, like I give you an example. Okay, so like when I was a kid, like in like kid age, there was only that I knew personally. Now, obviously, people die all the time, but that I knew personally that I was supposed to be related to. There was like when I was a kid age, there was only like 3 people that I matter of factly know. Okay. No, no, no. I take that back. Probably 4 people, maybe 5. And the interesting thing is, it evened out on either side of the family. It's like 2, maybe 3 on your dad's side, and then it's like 2, maybe 3 on the father's side. Okay, that was when you was, and they wasn't back to back. It was like spread out. Okay, so between like childhood, like when you were a very young kid, all the way to like 18. We're only talking about, so within 18 years, we're only talking about like maybe 6 deaths. Could be more. I don't think less than that for sure. Okay, could be more because I remember even there being another family member that passed. That ended up living right next door to me when I was with an ex of mine when I was like 18 or what have you, or 19, 18 or 19. That passed and was living like right next door to us. I remember when that happened or what have you. So we're talking like 6. Okay, but then between 18, somewhere in between, it's like after the new millennium, deaths, which is 2000, year 2000, deaths started happening like very rapidly with people. You would notice, okay? Probably even within your own family. And I'm talking about back to back to back to back to back to back to back deaths. No matter how they said that these people died, back to back to back to deaths. You understand what I'm saying? And I make this reference point all the freaking time, or what have you. Um, with the 4 family members who died all from the same side of the family, they all died 4 months apart. Okay, and it was so interesting to me how what one of the main things that triggered me that I knew that these were blood sacrifices was obviously because they were suspicious as fuck. But it happened right around the time when Jay-Z dropped his album. I believe he named that album 444. If he didn't name that album 444, he has a song on that album called 444. Okay, and it was like, it was stupid, dumb, crazy. It was ridiculous because around at the same time, all 4 of them family members died all 4 months apart. I kid you the fuck not. Like, I cannot the fuck make it up. Okay? And I sat in there last one of their funerals, and it was so interesting because I would have just seen them and talked to these people, and then I see, they was dead. And it all happened like 4 months apart. That was on one side. That's on one side of the family. That is so suspect. Okay? Like, when some shit is different that wasn't happening before. It's not like deaths didn't happen before, but they were so few and far in between that even if those were suspicious deaths, nobody really freaking knew. It was just something that tragically the freak happened, and it's like, oh my god, oh wow, you know what I'm saying, or what have you. But this was like, obviously, and then like it started up on the other side of the family. on the on my adopted mother side of the family, or what have you, her mother died, and then it was, so she had a cousin who died, and then it was her dad died, and then it was another cousin that died, and it was like, you know what I'm saying? It was like, now theirs wasn't all back to back to back to back, but it was still a short time frame. Okay, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people on one side of the family steady dying, like back to back to back to back to back, like that, or what have you. And on either side, and this is happening on both sides of your family. So Spirit is saying, listen to the words that's coming out of their mouth. Why? Because in what we have to clarify this is, pay attention to the enemy's subliminal witch language, tauntings, hauntings, threats, warnings, bullyings, wisecracks, slick shots, subliminal messages of any kind. Okay, listen to the words that's coming out of their mouth. Okay, and this doesn't have, like, this could just be in general conversation. Y'all will be surprised of what type of things people say just in regular general conversation. Okay, about, it could be about anything. It don't even have to be about anything in particular, but a lot of people, especially witches, okay, witches use a lot of witch language, okay, and speaking riddles and rhymes anyway. Okay, people that's into like these cult covers and secret societies, they use a lot of subliminal messages and different things like that, or what have you. And then people who are just speaking in general, okay, they drop little hints and little clues about shit like all the time. Okay, guys, so that's what's going on here, y'all. That's what's going on here. Y'all are a part of, like, y'all's family is demonic. They sold their soul to the devil. They're evil. They're toxic, or what have you. And I don't feel like regular average Joe families is just like into this. Okay, like, they have to be. This is something different. Like, you know what I'm saying? You hear like news stories, true crime stories, or what have you, like, where random shit didn't happen in family and people done wigged out and end up killing one of their family members or something like that, or what have you. That's something different. I feel like this is going on for a particular reason, and it's because this family is in some type of like secret society of some kind, where they have to come up off of blood sacrifices or something like that, guys. Okay, so like the stuff that is happening within their families is not for no reason at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're just talking about a bunch of evil, wicked people that's just sitting around that just killing people just to be killing people. They are a part of something. And whatever it is that they are a part of, they have to come off of blood sacrifices for whatever incentives or comforts or higher rankings or whatever it is that they get. You know what I'm saying? Out of being a part of what they're a part of, type of thing. You understand what I'm saying? This is why this is going on, guys. Okay, so when I clarify family annihilation, I get ritual sacrifice. So like I said, these are ritual sacrifices, guys. Okay, human sacrifices that have taken place, which is the reason for this family annihilations, which is the reason for this being an evil serial killer family. Okay, this has been, and to be called serial, to be, for anybody, even a single person being called a serial killer, I believe by the FBI's standards, I believe a person there has to be like, what is it, 5 or more persons killed before a person is deemed a serial killer. Okay, I think it should be lower than that. If a single person or a family is responsible for more than 2 people's deaths, your ass is a serial killer. Okay, but yeah, these are ritual sacrifices, human sacrifices, guys. Okay, to clarify secrets, family secrets being exposed with the moon card, we have here murders. These were murders. Okay, so I don't give a damn what these people tell you. They were murdered. Okay, and you see this bottle right here. There's a bottle right here with a skull and a bones on here, and it says poison here. Some of these victims were poisoned. Some of these victims, Spirit is saying, were killed by way of like death spells and different things was done on them, like witchcraft and different things was done on them, some type of death spells, and all of a sudden something tragic happened with them and they ended up dying or what have you. Some of them were poisoned. Some of them, you know, other things was done to cause their freaking death. Okay? Because like this cousin right here, on this cousin in broad daylight, walking home from church, he was gunned down. Walking down a main street, a busy freaking street, was freaking gunned down. Okay? For no apparent reason at all. That was a hit. And the person that they claimed that did the killing, that killed him, was a fucking patsy. I know he was. He was a patsy. Okay? The other person, he went into a diabetic coma during the holidays. Okay, but I literally sat there and I watched him coming up out of that coma. He was getting ready to wake up out of that freaking coma. Okay, they did something else to him in the hospital, and he ended up freaking dying. Okay, his two aunts after that, they just, one was on a breathing machine, and they did have and I'm gonna tell you something else too. They love sacrificing people who already have pre-existing health conditions. Those are the easiest for them to sacrifice, because when they die, all of a sudden they'll blame it on whatever the situation was. Like the one aunt, she did probably have like high blood pressure, high cholesterol. She probably had just a little bit extra weight on her than she needed on her, or what have you. But she was at all the other people's funerals. It was just fine. You know what I'm saying? She walked with her cane or whatever, but she can breathe on her own, move around on her own, do whatever on her own. All of a sudden, she's in hospice. She didn't even go to the hospital, nothing like that. All of a sudden, she straight in hospice. Okay? When you sent to hospice, you're about to die. You're breathing on your own. You have to be breathing on your own to go to hospice. But breathing on your own, but about to die. Who the fuck goes straight to hospice? Okay? The other aunt, she did have a breathing machine or what have you, but she got around just doggone fine. She had one of them smaller breathing machines that she could carry on her waist, almost kind of look like a little purse type of thing or what have you. She's just fine. She would drive on her own, do everything or whatever. All of a sudden, she found sitting at a stop sign. Dead. Why that was the fuck suspicious? Because all of a sudden, if she couldn't freaking breathe while she was driving, technically the car would have still been in drive. And she would have just drove off into a ditch or hit a house or something like that or what have you. Who in the hell put her car in park? Not unless she was having trouble breathing beforehand, and when she got to the stop sign, she just stopped, put her car in park, and just sat there and was struggling to breathe and ended up dying. But that was like very suspicious. Just all of a sudden out the blue. Somebody unplugged her damn breathing machine, and when she left the home, she thought it was plugged up and charged up or whatever, so she went on about her business and different things like that. All of a sudden dead. Grandmother on the mother's side or what have you, she was talking just fine, up and about, regular self. Had just talked to her. She went to the hospital on complications. Now she did have lung cancer, okay, which when she went to the hospital, about something else. She didn't even die from that lung cancer. She was functioning just fucking fine. She caught pneumonia at the hospital. Who the fuck? This supposed to be one of the cleanest, most sanitary places. Who the fuck gets pneumonia while they're in the hospital? She died from pneumonia, not the lung cancer that she had. Had just talked to her. She was breathing on her own just fine, without a breathing machine. Talking just fine, up and about, just as cheerful. Talking to her. She was in ICU though. Okay, and my daughter was real small at the time, so I had to wait till somebody can watch her for me so I can go up there, and I never forget. It was so interesting. And these were her and the dad on the dad side. They were killed on holidays time, okay? She was killed Thanksgiving. He was killed during Christmas time. Well, when he went to the hospital and all the other stuff happened was during Christmas time and different things like that or what have you. So it was like a Christmas freaking death and different things like that or what have you. But hers was like Thanksgiving time. Because I'll never forget, I had talked to her. She was up and cheerful and just fine. And I'm like, I'm by myself with my daughter. I can't bring her into ICU, so I'm going to wait until my ex get home from work and just so she can watch her while I bring you some food. Because I remember I'm cooking all this food. I was worried about her having to eat hospital fucking food for the holidays. And I'll never forget, she told me that her pastor and one of her friends had just left. She was fine. She was like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. They hadn't brought her something to eat. I don't know what the fuck they had in that goddamn food. They did something to her. But after that, it was either by that night or the next day. By the next day, all of a sudden, she was on 100% oxygen. She couldn't even breathe on her own. I just talked to her the day before. She was up and breathing on her own just fine, talking just as clear. Didn't even sound sick. Any damn thing. By the next day, she couldn't even breathe on her own. 100% oxygen. Couldn't even speak. I had never seen her in that damn state. And then you don't get pneumonia until you're in the hospital. How the fuck do you get pneumonia in the hospital? She was killed. It was on her purpose. She was killed. There was no reason for her to die. Her cousin I had just talked to. Now he was in jail at the time, or prison. As long as he had been in prison. And it was so interesting because he called to talk to me about something in particular he wanted me to know. But I kid y'all not, I believe my phone calls was being listened to. When they found out, when the rest of the family found out that I had talked to him, that he had called me from prison, I kid you not, they killed him in prison. They tried to lie and say he had a seizure. He been there all this goddamn time. He ain't had no damn, was it an asthma attack or a seizure? Either way it go. He ain't had one the fuck before. Now all of a sudden he dead. Now all of a sudden he dead. They killed him. They killed him because of what he called to tell me, which was a family secret. Okay? Which was a family secret about incest. I don't know why the hell he felt that he needed to tell me or what have you, but and I don't know if he thought I was going to treat him different or something like that or what have you, but I'm like, okay, cuz I understand. I love you anyway. You need anything? You want me to send you some money? You need something or what have you or whatever. But I kid you not, after the phone call, he was fucking dead. Not long after that, he was fucking dead. They killed him. They killed him. Okay? So it could be weird situations like this. I'm telling y'all this because this is how you can identify. This is how you know that blood sacrifices is happening in your fucking family. Also, when these things go on, especially the ones of them that makes your local news wherever you're from, that make your local news and your people always on the fucking news and different shit like that, especially if you of color, okay? Because you need to understand something about media, okay? Something major got to be going on for them to come to the hood, number one. Number two, you know what I'm saying? Something major got to be going on for them. But there were several times I looked up and seen the news, and the folks on my adopted dad's side was on the fucking news. The first time I seen them, there was women that had gone missing. And they was acting like they was out there looking for these women. And I know they know exactly what happened to them damn women. What happened to them and where they was at. But y'all out here like y'all looking for them. Okay? And shit. And I'm like, look at this shit here. Okay? The next time I seen them on the news, it was for when this cousin passed away and they out there for doing, like, acting like they doing a whole balloon release and different things like that for them. I'm like, why the fuck? How the fuck are they steady being on the news? You understand what I'm saying? Catering around this fucking family. Like, the news don't fucking do that. When they do, it's for a cause. It's for a reason. You understand what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck they got ties to, okay? Because not everybody or everything makes the damn news, okay? There's another telltale sign that shit is staged, okay? Or likely some Masons is behind certain shit that is going on, okay? Or your family has ties to secret societies and different things like that, or what have you guys, okay? So, I'm telling y'all these things for a reason. Other cousin of that passed away, this person also made the news. or what have you, and in his situation, how he was brutally murdered as well. Like different things. Just think about how and when and how close to, like, these people passed away. These people died. Okay? And y'all just pay attention. These be blood sacrifice. Some of these things be blatant blood sacrifices. Okay? And I was gonna do, I watch true crime stuff all the time, guys, or what have you. I was watching something the other day. I've been watching several different things or what have you, but I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do a reading about it, okay? Because this shit was so goddamn cold blood and right in your face. I know they wanted that woman dead, and they literally set that up. There are a lot of true crime cases that I see that it may have happened, whether it's be recent things that's happened or things in the past or what have you. And the fact that I'm awakened and the things that I know, I be looking at this shit and I be like, I can look at something and hear something and know if it was a setup, and know where the setup came from and what was the reason for the setup, and that person being killed or different things like that or what have you, that a lot of people don't pay attention to. And I ended up seeing this one the other day, but that one was like blatantly obvious. Okay, that was about a little old dude called himself being a rapper, what have you, and so he ended up killing his mother so that he can come up and different things like that. But what was interesting, what stood out to me, is somebody had called him the day that he went in there and killed his mother. Somebody had called him and told him to make sure that his mom was dead. And I knew then that somebody told him that he was going to get some type of fame or some type of fortune or some type of shit like that if he sacrificed his mother. But the shit was so goddamn dumb. First of all, the interesting shit is not shy from sacrifices and shit like that or whatever. But you a fool when you do it yourself. Because when somebody is going to be sacrificed, most people who are close to them are at a distance away. And they don't do the sacrifice. Most of them don't do the sacrifice themselves. They set up other situations for it to happen. Or if it is a situation where they do it themselves, 9 times out of 10, that's one of the victims that already have pre-existing health conditions. So even if they have somebody close or within the family that's close to them that they're around and do something to them, it still look like, oh, it was this person, this person's illness that they already had that was the cause of this. And they usually use some type of kind of an undetectable type of way most of the time, to do what they're trying to do or what have you. But y'all just pay attention. Just analyze all the deaths that's happening in your family and the suspicion, the suspicious things that happen around it to figure these things out, okay? Or what have you. But yeah. People that you have just talked to or what have you, I knew this a long time ago. Also, that one of the easiest way of knowing if you have a divine connection to the Most High, the spirit realm, the gods, or what have you, or even if you are an earth angel, if people request to see you, won't die until they see you, or request to see you before they die, you are some type of angel. They're able to see God through you, and then they'll go on and pass. They won't die until they see you, and then they'll go on and pass right after they see you, or what have you. If that happens, there's something about your spirit, your energy, and you have a divine angelic connection to the spirit realm, to the Most High, gods, or what have you. If anybody that is dying or is dying is requesting, like they don't die until they see you, or they request to see you before they die, or something like that, or what have you, that is the reason, or what have you. But y'all pay attention, okay? Also, it's very suspicious that people you just talked to, I'm talking about just talked to, you could have been just talked to the person the day before, okay? And then all of a sudden, they're dead, okay? Or within days, all of a sudden they're dead, or what have you. That'd be for a reason as well. Every last one of these people within the last 20, all of the people who have died within the last 20 years, okay? And I'm telling y'all, that's another thing, okay? Look at the last 5 years, the last 10 years, the last 15 years, last 20 years, okay? For me, within the last 20 years, there has been about 15 deaths, if not more, if I'm not mistaken. About 15 deaths, anywhere from 10 to 15 deaths between both sides of your family. That's too fucking many people in that short period of time, okay? Why? Because this is the reason why I started off telling you what I told you, okay? Between when I was a kid, from the age of you being able to understand and comprehend what is going on, okay? So for most of you, that will probably be maybe around 5 or something like that. Some of us can remember things when we was like 3 years old, 4 years old, whatever, but like really 5. 5 is like the age you start school and things, okay? This is when you really begin to start understanding, comprehending, and can remember things or what have you. So take between 5 and 18. I just told you between like 5 and 18, I only knew of about 5 or 6 people's deaths. Okay? Split evenly above both sides of the family. So like maybe 3 on this side, if you want to say 6 deaths, 3 on your mother's side, 3 on your father's side. Okay? So you're talking about within the first 18 of your life, there only been about 6 deaths. 3 on either side of your family. From going from that to within the last 20 years of your adult life. Okay, say you're middle age right now. Say you're about 40. Okay, if you go back, say you're 40 right now. If you go back 20 years from the time you was 20 to the time you were 40, how many people have died? On your mama's side and your dad's side. Okay. If the number is really, really high, that is for a reason. Them people was blood sacrifice. Some people didn't die for no damn reason at all, bro. Don't nobody die like that. Not within one family. You understand? People die every single day. You understand what I'm saying? Death happens all the time. I'm talking about within one family. It is not natural. You can just take one side of your family at a time. People dying rapidly, back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And there are even, the number is even higher than that, okay? I'm just talking about family members. But if you look at individual, that's just your family members. So say on your daddy's side, there's been about, in the last, say 20 years, on your daddy's side, say there has been 10 deaths, okay? Well, that's just family members. On your daddy's side alone, there's been 10 deaths, right? Well, then, you got a whole bunch of family members, okay? Those family members who are adults have lovers. How many of them had lovers that have died, okay? These are also people who are directly connected to people who are family members of yours, okay? That adds in more. It's not even, when these blood sacrifices, things that happen, like we solely talking about family. Here, family annihilations and the fact that you got a serial killer family. That's not to say that your family has only been responsible for the deaths of other family members. Some of these people have been has been responsible for the deaths of their loved ones. Okay? Boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, and different things. You understand? So that makes the number even larger. Okay? That's what people don't pay attention to. Okay? You got to connect all the dots. Okay? So look. When I clarify betrayal with time is dirty money. Okay? We get, well, hold on. Where did I stop at? Okay, so we got ritual sacrifice here. So we know your serial killer family, these family annihilations have to do with human sacrifices, okay? Family secrets being exposed. We got murder here, okay? So that's what's being exposed about these families, that these deaths were murders, okay? To clarify betrayal, with time is dirty money, we have here fall of civilization, okay? So this betrayal for money was about their greed, their corruption, their indulgence, and their ignorance. Spirit is saying, okay? To clarify, listen to the words that comes out of their mouth. We pay attention to the enemy's subliminal which language. We get the devil here. I told you these people are chained to the devil. This is the second devil card that has come out here. This says dark magic, possessed, cursed, to exorcist here. These people are chained to the devil. And you also see the devil tarot card on here as well as the fool tarot card on here. So these are some foolish, careless, reckless, childish, ignorant as individuals who take blind leaps of faith and step into the unknown, doing very sinister, evil, wicked, toxic, demonic, devilish things because they are chained to the devil, because they sold their soul to the devil. Spirit is saying this is the reason why you have to listen to the words that come out of their mouth, because people, they slip up all the time and say little shit that you probably, you know what I'm saying, just think regular conversation, but you know what I'm saying, could be a hint, could be a clue as to shit that is going on. Okay? Yeah, Spirit say these people are pleasure seekers within your family. By definition, the word pleasure seekers speak of amusement and enjoyment. That means they do this for their own amusement, their own enjoyment, their own liking, their own ill will, their own benefit, their own desire, because they want to. They're pleasure seekers, Spirit is saying. Okay? It pleases them in some way, shape, form, or fashion for them to partake in blood sacrifices. Okay? We got conversations here clarifying family secrets being exposed with the moon and murder here. So it's a lot of people who may be gossiping, talking, whispering about all these deaths that's happening within your family and connected to your family or around your family here. A lot of conversation going on. And this is the reason why family secrets are being exposed. To clarify betrayal, where time is dirty money, with fall of civilization, we got foes here. Now, by definition, a foe is an enemy, an opponent. This is somebody who don't like you, don't love you, don't care about you. They ain't for you. But you see how conservative looking this woman look on this card here? How she all dressed, she well covered. She got on a hat. She got on her little shawl or her scarf type of thing. She's got on a nice dress all the way down to her ankles, to the ground and shit. She look like a conservative woman. She look like a Christian lady. Okay? She like she refined. You know, type of individual. A do-gooder type of individual. This person is a two-faced backstabber, a betrayer. Spirit is calling this person a foe. This is an enemy, an op, an opponent. Okay? That's who these people are in your family. These are betrayers who will do anything for money. That's why you got fall of a civilization here. Greed, corruption, indulgence, ignorance. I don't give a damn what they look like on the surface. Okay? Spirit is saying. Okay? To clarify, listen to the words that come out of their mouth. We pay attention to the enemy subliminal witch language. With the devil, we get death here. Okay? So listen to the words that's coming out of their mouth as it relates to these people's deaths. How are they talking? Okay? I'll never forget the adopted mother that I was told was my real mother that really isn't. Okay? I'm gonna begin to call these people adopted family because these folks is not my real family, bro. Okay? I'll never forget when my adopted father died. Okay? And the adopted mother, she told me, she said, "That's the best thing that ever happened to you." And I thought they were so cold-blooded. I thought they were so evil. I'm like, it's not even about whether you like this person or not. You know what I'm saying? Who says that about a person in death? You wouldn't want nobody to say that if you was on your deathbed and you had to fucking die. Why would you say that? And then to say that to somebody's child, like this is supposed to be my father. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, I didn't know any different. You know what I'm saying? Just like I didn't know any different as to her being my mother when she really isn't, or what have you. So why would you say this to somebody's child? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you've been wishing for this person's death. You want this person's death. I was like, she was glorified and happy about it. And then try to throw out little hints as subliminals. Oh yeah, well I heard he really died from such and such. And I knew what she was insinuating, because he hadn't been in the penitentiary for so long. Okay, but I was on that day, she would got punched in the mouth. Okay, because it's some shady, shicey ass shit. You don't know that. You know what I'm saying? And you speaking ill of the fucking dead. You understand what I'm saying? You wouldn't want nobody to do you that. So it's fucking foul. You understand what I'm saying? And it was already bad enough. This man spent all these years. Like, you need to understand. Okay? Because you got to be a tough motherfucking cookie. I don't give a damn whether you female or whether you masculine. Okay? To make it in the life of the penitentiary. Okay? I can only imagine every day is probably a struggle and fucking hard. But for a person to spend that many years in the penitentiary and make it the fuck out. All them years in the penitentiary and make it the fuck out and then die amongst people that's supposed to be your own kind who claim that they love you, bitch. No, that ain't right. That ain't right. That man could have went into a diabetic coma any motherfucking day. You know how many times? There one time he was in the damn prison and got into it with a motherfucker and ran through a fucking wall or some shit. How many times he was put in the fucking hole? Remember how many times they would deny him his motherfucking medications and shit up in there? He had to take insulin multiple times a fucking day. Made it through the penitentiary. How do you fucking make it in the fucking penitentiary just to get the fuck out amongst your supposed friends and your goddamn family and fucking die? Who the fuck didn't feed him on time? Who the fuck didn't get him his medication on fucking time and shit? And I know where he was at right before he fucking died, and all the shit that was going on there, and all the fuck shit that was going on there with the old lady he had at the fucking time, and all the whole shit that was being done so because he was telling me every motherfucking thing. And I know where he was at when he fucking did die. And I know, matter of factly, they was trying to kill him the fuck before them. It wasn't even the first time they tried to kill him. First time they tried to kill him in the fucking car. I know that shit. I knew when he got robbed, and they robbed him of his fucking shit, and all this other kind of shit. Told me every fucking thing. I knew when he left his old lady house, and went to his motherfucking mama house. Because he told me. And right before then, he called me. He wanted me to get another place, get a bigger place. Or what happened? Because I didn't have a bigger place at the time. Or he could have came then. But I needed to get a bigger place. He wanted me to get a bigger place, and he wanted to come and stay with me. And I was going to do that shit. But I didn't have time to do it because just like that, he didn't have the fuck there. And it was very interesting because it was right after I had did those poems and shit all them years ago. And I put them poems out. And I remember telling him, I'm like, Pop, I need to move around. I might have to leave Arkansas to make some things happen with my career and shit and what I'm trying to do. Because at the time when I did that shit, I had fucking publishing companies and shit calling me, all kinds of shit. Okay? And they wanted a book from me at the time. And at that time, I hadn't wrote a book yet. Now, I done wrote several. And I'm like, Pop, I need to move the fuck around and shit. And he was like, I'll never forget his word. He's like, I'm coming too. When I tell y'all, they fucking killed him. I know, matter of fact, that they killed him. I don't give a fuck what them people say. I don't give a fuck. He was murdered. He was murdered. He went in the hospital on fucking Christmas Day. In a diabetic coma. It took them 2 days. He was there 2 fucking days before anybody told me. And nobody in the fucking family told me. Ironically, it was his old lady. They ended up calling me. It was like, you know, you're in the hospital, don't you? I'm like, hell no, how I'm supposed to know? Ain't nobody told me. Ain't nobody called. Not one of them. Not one of them. For him to go in a diabetic coma, somebody had to not give him his motherfucking medicine. And him not to be eating properly. He was surrounded by women that fucking catered to him. I don't give a damn if it was one of his goddamn women or his goddamn mama who ain't got shit else to do. All she do is to cook and clean and some more shit. She real clean now. I ain't gonna lie on no goddamn body. If he there, all you had to do was make sure you got his meals, got fed, and took his motherfucking medicine on time. How the fuck he at your house and going to about diabetic coma, bruh? You ain't had nowhere else to be. Nothing else to do. How the fuck does it happen? When it happened at my fucking house. How the fuck does it happen? And then y'all don't even call me and fucking tell me. He laying up in here. So when I found out, I'm at the hospital every fucking day, bruh. And it was time when nobody else was there. And I was set up in them damn room, man. I even sat in there no matter how foul the fucking smell was. Because when nobody else there at the fucking time, so I wasn't just going to leave them in there. Because I wanted to see how the people was treating them. Okay? One female and one male came in there. It was his bath time. They came in there to wash him up and all this other kind of stuff. I knew he was going to come up out that coma, man. Okay? Don't fuck around on that whole shit, man. When I literally sat there and watched him, no matter how foul it got to smelling in that room. I sat there and I watched them get him a bath, wash him up. Okay, and I almost feel like it was done on purpose for me to fucking say. I don't know. Maybe it just, I could just be reading into that. It may have just been his bath time type of thing or what have you. But I watched him. They watched the front of him, his whole body, and then they turned him on his side, and they had to wash, his back on down to his butt, and the rest of his legs or whatever. When they got to his butt to wash his butt, he frowned up like I can't, just frown up like he ain't want nobody to fuck back there. Like he knew exactly where they was touching and washing. Like he frowned. He gonna come up out that motherfucking coma, bro. He gonna come up out that motherfucking coma. When you deep in the coma, you don't have no feelings and emotions like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the reactions, reflexes, and different shit like that. I watched, man. He was gonna come up out that motherfucking coma, man. The same exact, either the same day or the next day when I went to visit him. It might have been the same. It might have been the same day or it was the next day. Whatever it was. Okay, it was another time I was there and the doctor came in and it was asking about something or what have you. I had one cousin that was steady calling me. One of the bitches is working against me right now. Steady calling me. You the power attorney. You the power attorney. I said, but I'm like, I ain't want no shit. I'm like, it's mama living. Whatever she won't do, let her do it. That's what I told her. Cousin, just call her NBR. Steady calling me. You the power attorney, messy motherfucker. Love, star and shit, messy motherfucker. You the power attorney. You got the right to say, oh, this, that, and the other. I'm like, no, his mama living. Let her, whatever she decides she won't do, let her do it. Because if I say something, do something, it's going to be some shit, man. So I never forget. So I was the only one there, so I ended up calling her. And I'm like, the doctor saying such, they wanted to do something. Okay? And instead of me just making the decision, I called his mom. Okay? They come up there like the Russian mighty wind. Everybody come in the goddamn hospital and shit like that or whatever. So the room had got so crowded. I walks out the room, get ready to walk out the room, let other people come in, sit down, or whatever, different things like that or what have you. The doctor told me, I don't know what made that doctor tell me, but the doctor told me that he had drugs in his system. I'm like, he don't do no fucking drugs. What kind of drugs, man? He got in his system. So he told me the drugs that was in his fucking system, he don't do no fucking drugs, okay? And anybody handling fucking drugs, them amounts, them levels ain't gonna be in a system. He don't fucking do drugs, bro. He don't do no drugs. At the fuck off. But he had drugs in his system. Okay? And I know he don't do drugs. Somebody gave him that shit, bro. Somebody put that shit in his damn system. Okay? So, I'm like, alright. Or what have you. And I fucked around, and I ain't tell nobody else. But, when his mama came out the room, I said, the doctor said he had drugs in his system. And she just had a little smart, elegant remark. She was like, I know. I'm like, but he don't do drugs. And she didn't say nothing else or whatever. So I'm like, okay. So it was real suspicious shit. Motherfuckers acting funny, real fucked up ass shit or what have you. So, and then it was like, it ended up getting so crazy, especially with this old lady and shit like that. They was all into it. Some of them was into it with this old lady and shit, where they ended up moving his room. So the next time when I came, they had to move his room, and I was the first one there. Okay, they try to make a scene about that. So, when you come in, when they're in certain areas, you have to sign your name in. So they made it seem I was the first one there, so I signed my name at the top of the thing. And I didn't write down a list of other fucking visitors. As the visitors come, you sign your name. They made a big deal out of that. Made it seem like, oh, I did had them moved, put only my name on there, nobody else. I'm like, I didn't even do such a thing. I'm not the fucking one. Y'all acting the fool is the reason why his room was moved in the first fucking place. When the room is moved, he's on another fucking floor. So this is a whole new ledger, new list that you got to fucking sign to sign the fuck in. I didn't fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? So they had to piss me off. Because by now, they acting real fucking shady. They acting real fucking shicey and shit like that or what have you. They did some other shit to him in that fucking hospital, okay? And then they started being on the, on the brush shot or whatever. They wanted to move him, but because he wasn't breathing on his own, they wouldn't put him in hospital. So the nearest place that he could fucking go, I think they said was like, I don't know, it was like in Memphis or some shit like that, or somewhere where he could be in a hospice where on the oxygen machine or whatever. All y'all motherfuckers claim y'all love him and shit like that. Y'all just ready for him to fucking die. Nobody would fucking go with him. I'm like, I'm the only one. I was like, I'll fucking do it. If I got to fucking do it. If I got to fucking move just to be with him or whatever. No, they just wanted to pull the plug on him and shit. In a hurry to fucking get rid of him. They did some other whole ass shit or whatever. So, they had started calling me and I had stopped answering the fucking phone and shit. All of a sudden, he was just fucking fine. Last time I said, all of a sudden, oh, he gone, he about to go, and all this other kind of shit or whatever. They had to make the decision and different shit like that or whatever. I'm not answering the phone. I'm hearing motherfuckers in the background. They don't know to this day. I heard what the fuck they say. Oh, that bitch want him dead. How the fuck do I want somebody fucking dead that ain't wasn't even hardly in my motherfucking life when y'all the motherfucker on y'all motherfucking watch while he was staying with y'all ended up like this in the first motherfucking place. Bitch, y'all the ones that fucking killed him. So this, I'm telling y'all this because this is the shit y'all gotta fucking pay attention to, bro. This shit y'all gotta fucking pay attention to. Okay? From his old lady to when he left there and with his mama's, it was some suspicious shit going the fuck on. Not to mention when it went down by the motherfucking lake for a goddamn tree, it was some suspicious shit went on the fuck there. Cause how many motherfucking black motherfuckers y'all know go down by the motherfucking lake to cabins and in the woods by lakes and all other kinds of whole ass shit. It was some suspicious shit going on the fuck there. This is all shit that was going on leading up, and mind you, I wasn't a fucking invited, okay? But I knew this was going on because he was telling me the shit was going on, okay? Leading up to his fucking death and shit like that or whatever, okay? Real whole ass shit, okay? I can go through each and every last one of y'all, these deaths, okay? Even with the adopted mother's father, okay? By then, all kind of people dying back to back to back to back to back. I done went through the awakening. By now, I'm knowing I'm a target individual. Crazy ass shit. By now, I know my ex in on it and shit. I got to get me and my daughter to safety. We got to get the fuck up out of here. End up talking to her dad. And he was going to help me with a house. This man died right after I had that conversation with him. Right after. And you think the adopted mother, my adopted mother, his daughter, were involved with that shit? Selfish. Selfish mother. Okay? I'm trying to tell you, this is shit you have to fucking pay attention to. Greedy motherfucker. This motherfucker sitting over there right the fuck now with all his fucking vehicles that he had, all his property and everything, ain't even using that shit. Selfish and greedy and some more shit. You would think she would give that to, or something, and need it and shit, but no, you just sitting on this shit, holding this shit. You don't even want it. You just greeted in the motherfucker. Greeted in the motherfucker. After any and everything that you could fucking get. Even when her mother died, okay, she's sitting over there with all her fucking clothes and shit. Her mother was petite, okay. She couldn't fit her right fucking leg in any damn thing, or arm in any damn thing that her mother could wear. But you just sitting over there with all her shit for what reason exactly? Because you're selfish. Instead of giving it to people that can use it and different things like that or what have you, or to help somebody else, it's selfish. It's greed. And this is all these people care to fuck about. Okay? All these people care about. So this is the only reason why I'm telling you all this. I literally can go through each of these deaths. All these people that's fucking died. Okay? From personal experience. Okay? Y'all situations could be something else. But all I'm telling you, the only reason why I'm telling y'all these things, okay, is because just go back and think. Is a house suspicious? Did family members die back to back to back to back to back? Did family members die in a whole groups together? And shit? Like a whole family at one damn time? And shit? Sacrifice. Back to back to back. Sacrifice. Did family members die under suspicious circumstances? Sacrifice. The family members that you had just talked to, just seen one day, and all of a sudden the next day, within a couple of days, all of a sudden they just gone like that for no apparent reason at all? Sacrifice. Man, it happened in many different ways, but I'm telling you, this shit is fucking sacrifices. Okay? Bottom of the deck, you got secret society, man. I'm telling you, these folks is in secret societies, man. They are part of some type of cult covers or secret societies of some kind, whether it's Freemasonry, Eastern Stars, or any other type of cult covers or secret societies and shit. I don't know all the cliques, clubs, groups, and gangs they got, but it's a secret society they belong to. Look, and then you got secret here. These motherfuckers, because of the secret societies they in, they have secret agendas, secret affairs that they be keeping people in the dark about, but these secrets is being the fuck exposed. Okay? Yeah. Bottom of the deck here. Fortune. This is all for money here. Sudden wealth. This fortune card here. This is for money. Okay? So they belong to secret societies that they're in some type of binding contracts, and they offer people up as sacrifices. And these sacrifices, it not only gets them money, but maybe higher ranking within the secret societies. Some of these people, they be getting certain jobs, positions, titles, and roles and shit, different shit like that. They get approved for, I don't know, houses, whatever the fucking incentives or accomplishments they fucking get from doing this shit, they do it. Okay? Not to mention all the insurance fraud they fucking committing and shit. These people have sacrificed so many of their family members. The damn funeral homes know them personally, bitch. The insurance companies that they dealing with know them the fuck personally, bitch. You shouldn't have no personal fucking rapport with the goddamn funeral homes and the goddamn life insurance companies, bitch. Okay? Which ties them into y'all fraudulent shit too, because they know y'all coming. That's why they instead of dealing, they making hella money off y'all. Yeah. That's what's going on here, though, y'all. That's what's going on. Okay? I'm gonna wrap this up because me and my daughter got a movie tonight. So, I just want to get y'all reading done real quick. But that's what's going on. Spirit is saying your family are evil. Okay? You have a serial killer family. They are family annihilators. Okay? And even though I told y'all about, some personal experiences I had just to let you all know how this shit goes on, this is y'all's reading. So this is not personally about me. I just tell y'all from personal experience when I can identify with certain things that's coming out. But I'm telling you these things for you to think about your own situations, okay? Just like I told you with the grandmother that had cancer but didn't die the fuck from cancer. And had just talked to her and she was just fucking fine. She went from talking clearly and sounding good to all of a sudden she can't breathe on her own. By the very next day. Go from talking to a person just as clear, just as good, making plans with me and all other kind of shit to fucking dead. From talking to you during cousins 1 minute and y'all just on some cool shit chopping it up or whatever to the next day just dead. No reason. That ain't no coincidence. Spirit clarify this family annihilations. Evil serial killer families. And for some of y'all, it could be like that. I found this other story, but I think I'm gonna do a reading about it, okay? But and break down how they use mind control in people to trigger them to sacrifice, assassinate their own family as well, or what have you. Because I ran across this the other day, and I ended up seeing this, watching some true crime shows. I ran across this one in particular chick, the person that they claimed to did it, but her mother is what I'm like, no, I know that name. And I remember now where I know her name because they also had a sister that fucking died, who was like a prostitute or whatever, and it ended up being this whole scandal. They made a movie about it and everything, where the mother ended up fucking dead. And the sister that had some mental illness, she was being brainwashed and under fucking mind control. They triggered that girl to kill her mother, man, because they wanted her. That case was, this situation with their other sister was so goddamn big. But y'all, I'm gonna do another reading about it. I said, look at this shit here. I didn't even know the woman had died. The mother, or what have you. I said that was set up, and they used the mentally ill sister and triggered her to fucking do the shit to kill the mother, because they wanted to get the mother back for bringing so much attention, because it brought so much attention, like, because her other daughter had went missing. Okay, she was like a Craigslist prostitute, escort, whatever, and she went missing. Her going missing struck up this whole thing. This is how the the Long Island serial killer ended up being found. But y'all remember before, if y'all remember that situation, and I believe they came out with a movie called The Lost Girls or something like that, or what have you. It ended up being a whole bunch of prostitutes that ended up being found along the highway from this. It exposed that case. But before that happened, there was like, what was his, was he the sheriff or something like that? The whole fucking police precinct and shit ended up going down for being involved in fucking criminal activities and shit, or what have you, leading up to that, because they thought it was, I think it was the sheriff or whatever. Or whatever. He ended up getting busted and going down for some other shit or whatever. Come to find out, they claim that he wasn't a Long Island serial killer. I really slick believe he was. Him and some old motherfuckers or whatever, but they covered that shit up, y'all, and they put it on this other fucking man and claimed that it was him, and I believe that man is a fucking patsy. He a creep for sure, but they really could only tie him to 4 of them girls that was prostitutes that went missing. I think he was just an old sneaker freaker and used to fuck around with prostitutes and shit like that, but I do not believe he killed all them goddamn women. I believe it was that motherfucking sheriff that they fucking busted, and because they ended up exposing him, because he had ties to a lot of them girls that went the fuck missing, but it was like, it ended up being exposed that like the whole police precinct, him and several other police officers and shit, was involved with this prostitution and trafficking. Y'all, the whole case like blew up. Human sex trafficking and prostitution and shit. All them bodies ended up being found and some more shit like that or what have you, y'all, from this case, stemming from this one girl going to fuck missing. And you know, the mother, she went out there, she was hooping the house, she was going to the news station, the police station. It got real fucking big and shit. Them motherfuckers wanted her dead. She had another daughter that has a disability. She had a mental illness, bruh. They put that girl under mind control, man. The girl, she had mental illness. Those are the easiest ones to fucking mind control, man. If y'all listen to her, there's a video that I ended up coming across. Somebody else was covering her. They were covering her, but they ended up talking about the other situation, about the other sister and the mother. Because when I heard the mother name, I'm like, I know that name. I know that name. Her mother name was Mary Gilbert, okay? And I'm like, damn, that's the woman that was in the situation. Y'all, they set that fucking woman up. They sacrificed the fuck out of her. And they used the damn daughter. They triggered the fucking daughter. And it was another time that, because they were saying the police was having to come out there to the house, y'all. The girl was under illness. She had mental illness. She was like, she was hearing voices and different shit. It wasn't nothing but that voice to skull ass bullshit, man. She killed the fucking dog, man. The mother had ties with the fucking government, different shit like that or whatever. Man, I swear to God, that shit was set up. That was the precursor to what they was going to trigger this girl to do. Y'all got to look at that shit. I saved it, and I'm going to tell y'all the person who did the video on or whatever, but this wasn't the situation. The situation that he was covering was when the mama came up dead. The girl ended up killing her mama. They used her other daughter that was mentally ill, who they had to fuck under mind control. They triggered that girl to kill her motherfucking mama. She stabbed her mama like 100 and some motherfucking times or some shit like that or whatever, y'all. But she was a fucking blood sacrifice, man. People high up in the mother, because this shit exposed not only a whole police precinct, a fucking sheriff, and some more shit. The person that they say is a Long Island serial killer, he is a fucking patsy, bruh. He only had ties to 4 of them fucking prostitutes, and I believe it was for personal motherfucking pleasures, not because he was the fucking killers. Like, and I swear to God, that shit exposed so many goddamn people in motherfucking power and shit. It fucking put a spotlight on these social media sites and shit where these prostitutes to be on and shit like that, and it exposed human sex trafficking, all other kinds of shit or what have you, man. They wanted that woman fucking dead, bro. They wanted their fucking woman dead. And they set her the fuck up. And they set her motherfucking daughter up. Y'all, it's... I swear to God how this shit go, bro. In that interview, when she got busted and she was trying to tell them that they already knew. She had a history of mental illness and hearing voices and different things or what have you. If people listen to that video, I know when she was triggered to kill her, and I know how the shit go, bruh. I know how the shit go. She said, and it's no coincidences that targeted individuals for short, like the synonym for targeted individuals is TIs. Okay, if you watch that interview, she said she was listening, she was watching music videos, and this song came on. I forget what they said the song was named, but because this is when she was doing her interrogation, and she was trying to tell the people why she had what made her kill her mother like that or what have you. And she was like, she was hearing the voices and different things that was telling her to kill her mother. But before that, she was listening to a music video that had T.I. and motherfucking Eminem in it. I forget what song they said it was, okay? That song triggered her. I don't know, and y'all know, like, I'm not putting calling those artists out or what have you, but y'all know, like, the masters of these songs and shit, it be the frequencies and shit, man. It be demonic shit that be conjured up over a lot of this motherfucking music and shit, bruh. When she said that shit, I knew the fuck she was being manipulated and under motherfucking mind control, bruh. And I know this shit from personal experience. I have told y'all before, y'all, and I ain't never told a soul this shit except the fuck for y'all, okay? The only reason why them motherfuckers didn't get me like that is because I'm not mentally the fuck ill. But when I was younger, they had me under severe fucking mind control. I was so fucking depressed when I was young, when I was a kid and shit. And different medicine, different shit like that they was trying to put me on, y'all. And at the time, I didn't know I was under mind control. Like, I couldn't explain what I was experiencing and what I was going through. I know now it was fucking MK Ultra mind control and that was being done to me and shit like that or what have you. But y'all remember when I had told y'all before, when it happened, I thought it was demons. I thought it was the devil that was trying to get. That was the only way I can explain it. It was fucking mind control, bruh. I can tell you what the motherfuckers told me word for motherfucking word. They was trying to get me to kill my adopted mother. And and how I know they used motherfucking music, bro. Music was my fucking life, bro. I was a loner. They used Bone Thugs and Harmony, Mo Murder to try to get me. And if you listen to that song, that murder, Mo murder, Mo, well, at the other part it said T murder, T murder, T murder. You hear that in there. They be like Murty, bloody murder, I'm a bloody murder. And my name begins with Tiffany, right? First letter T. T murder, T murder. That's all I was fucking hearing, bro. I knew I wasn't mentally ill, though. I was under mind control, though. But I had enough sense to know that I had to get the fuck out of there. When I fucking left, that was right around the last time that I lived with this woman. And I was like a fucking way young then. I think I was like a preteen. Okay? I knew that this shit wasn't the fuck right. Okay, y'all, that motherfucker, what I thought was the devil at the time, fucking demon, I can tell you verbatim what the motherfucker told me. They first tried to convince me that if I killed her, I wouldn't get in trouble for it. Okay? These demons wanted her dead, y'all. This woman don't know how the fuck I done saved her life, her entire fucking life. I swear on God, on my life, bruh. And she want me dead right now. She trying to sacrifice me right the fuck now for some money, bitch. So you can get higher positions in these your ragged ass motherfucking church and shit. But I swear to God, you was supposed to be gone a long time ago, blood, on everything. Everything I fucking love, she was supposed to be the fuck gone. They was gonna use me to fucking do it, man. I know now it was fucking mind control. Then, as a kid, I thought it was the devil. I thought it was demons. I got the fuck up out of there, man. That motherfucker told me that if I killed her, I would get away with it. It's how they tried to get me to do it at first, y'all. Okay? And then they told me, but if you get caught, if you get in trouble for killing her, the exact words was, you'll be out before you grown and can still live a full life, man. I swear to God, on my life. On my life, I ain't lying. I have never even told her. I had never told a living soul, y'all. Okay? Nobody. When I fucking ran the fuck away, I got up out of there for a reason, because I was not going to allow the devil to use me like that. I didn't give a damn what type of mind control they was using. If I had been mentally the fuck ill, the way they, you know what I'm saying? They wanted me to fucking be. This is how you can trigger a motherfucker. See that mind control shit on some damn body who is mentally the fuck ill. This is how they be able to fucking brainwash you and trigger you to do fucking shit like that, man. I had my right mind to fuck about me, grace over my motherfucking life, and I knew in my soul that that shit, no matter how they did, and that woman abused me, she mistreated me and every fucking thing, man. We've been beefing my entire life. I hated her ass with a fucking passion. I would have rather been anywhere. They could have put me in motherfucking juvenile, boot camp, bitch, boarding school. I would have went anywhere and did just motherfucking fine, because I didn't have a problem with authority. But I swear to God, what I only could describe as a fucking demon or the devil then was motherfucking mind control. And they was beaming that shit in my head, and I was hearing it loud and motherfucking clear, man. I had this huge motherfucking white polar bear stuffed animal, man. They had a motherfucking butcher knife, and I was stabbing that bitch to motherfucking death while listening to that goddamn song, man. They was working me up to fucking killing this one, and because I was under fucking mind control, she the fuck knew it, man. She started sleeping with a motherfucking hammer under her pillow. How I found out that she had weapons under her fucking pillow. The fucking voices was talking. For some reason, I just ended up looking up under her pillow, and it was the weirdest fucking shit. I found like 3 or 4 Polaroid pictures of her fucking naked and in lingerie. I found a fucking hammer and I think a knife or some shit like that or whatever. The spirits had led me to just look. I just went in her room one day and flipped the pillow on her bed, and this was up under there, and the voices was telling me she gonna beat you to death with the hammer. It was still trying to get me to kill her. Y'all, I had good fucking common sense. I got the fuck up out of there. I don't know how to fuck. I just had street sense, and y'all need to understand, I was a total square. I wasn't some delinquent fucking ratchet hood kid and shit. Bitch, I went to fucking school with creased down fucking khakis and motherfucking shined up fucking penny loafers and button up fucking shirts with little gold chains on shine up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the deaf Kirk Combs, like, you know what I'm saying? This is how I went to fucking school, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't some thugged out ratchet ass hood kid. Man, how the fuck I had hood sense, like street sense and shit? I don't fucking know, but I just knew how to fucking make it on my own. That motherfucking young and shit. And yeah, true enough, I did have to end up, fucking with people way older than myself, and so I was able to get up on my feet or what have you and shit like that or whatever. But I got the fuck up out of there. I had to. Otherwise, the motherfuckers was trying to trigger me to fucking kill this motherfucking woman, man. On God. I swear to God. When I heard that girl say that shit, when she was sitting up in an interrogation and she said she was listening to that motherfucking song with I forget the name of the song, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all when I do the video on this shit. With all I remember the song is, she said the song was with T.I. and Eminem. I don't ever recall them doing a song together or what have you. Whatever the name of the song was a song that triggered her, she said, to kill her mother. She was like, they was telling me, and then right after that, she said, because I got ties to them, the stars. The industry, they own me. The industry, they own me. The industry, they own me. She kept saying that. I said, ain't this a bitch? And the motherfucking officers and shit, they sitting up in here playing it off, gaslighting the fuck out of her, just making it seem like she's saying some crazy shit out of her mouth because she got mental illness and shit. Man, on God, that girl was telling the fucking truth, man. On God, she was telling the fucking truth. She really was hearing the fuck voices. And they really do fucking probably own her. It was the motherfuckers that was doing that. Not to put that on them exactly, celebrities or anything, but that was just so happened to be the song that she was listening to that triggered her. It's something about the frequencies and whatever that song is, and whatever demon that was conjured up over the master of that motherfucking song, man, when it was put the fuck down, triggered her. Y'all need to understand, when you under mind control or either extremely high on motherfucking psychedelics, man, you can hear shit and feel shit and even see certain shit during certain frequencies when you listening to certain shit. This is the very reason, and the easiest way I can explain it to you all. This is how some songs can make you want to have sex, make you feel like you horny and want to have sex. Some songs you can listen to make you feel like you want to fight. Some songs you can listen to make you feel like you in love. Some songs you listen to make it seem like you heartbroken and sad, and seem like everything that being said go along with, you know, a breakup or something, you feeling the shit like that. It's the frequencies in the music, my nigga. But some of that shit, that's why you gotta be careful what you listen to. It literally, they have conjured up fucking demons over the masters of those motherfucking songs, bro. And just listening to the frequency of that shit, I guarantee you, if you play that shit backwards, you can literally hear the fucking demons in the shit, the shit that's being conjured up, the whole ritual that was fucking being done, man. Y'all think this shit is a game when it's really the fucking not. When I heard that girl saying that, I knew, matter of factly, they was using her. Somebody in the industry, well, in government probably wanted that girl dead. Wanted her mama dead. And it's because of the fact of how her mama was speaking out about everything about her daughter, who was a Craigslist. She was on Craigslist. She was a prostitute. She ended up hooking up with somebody, and then her situation was crazy because they ended up making it seem like her death, even though she was eventually found dead, when they found her, they tried to rule it as an accident or some type of shit, even though the girl was found out her motherfucking clothes and everything in her purse scattered out. But it was interesting because it's a whole 911 call. She ended up going to see one of her junks. It turned a trick. You know what I'm saying? And when she left there, she was like paranoid when she got ready to leave there. And the guy was trying to put her out the house, was telling her it was time for her to leave. And she was like, no, they're after me. They're going to get me, or some shit like that. The weird shit about that is that she had a fucking driver. There was a guy that drove her to this tree. She was supposed to go in there. He was supposed to wait on her. He claimed that he was still there when she came out the fucking house. But she acted like he wasn't even the fuck there at all, the driver guy, because she ended up running down the street. And they said that somebody was chasing her. Next thing you know, she ended up in a field, fucking dead. She was knocking on people's doors and shit, trying to get help and shit like that, or what have you. People didn't come into the door, and the one man finally was a neighbor, you know, a guy that called the police and was like, oh, this little young girl running down the street, have naked, no shoes on, and somebody's chasing her, or what have you. I don't know. I don't know if it was ended up being that driver that fucking killed her, but her situation is what led to all them other fucking bodies along the highway being the fuck found, and they was all prostitutes. Even one of them was like a male or a transgender, and one was even a fucking kid, like a baby. Okay? And they all tied these into this Long Island fucking serial killer and shit like that. But I swear to God, the man that they got, it was only 4 prostitutes that they could confirm that he hadn't hooked up with or what have you. But they put all them fucking murders on him, and I swear to God, dude is a motherfucking patsy, bro. But before they even found him, the police department, come to find out, it was some shady shit came out. I don't know if he was the sheriff, the captain, the deputy. I don't know who the fuck he was. He was high ranking officer, and there was even other officers that come to find out they had ties to these fucking prostitutes and different shit, and the human trafficking different shit that was going on, it was fucking with them too and shit, man. Dude ended up getting busted, going the fuck down and shit. But then, because they ended up having to send other people in to go and work the damn police precincts and shit like that, I believe the motherfuckers was the fucking involved, and they goddamn there, and they fucking covered that shit up for him, even though he went down for some other shit, to try not to expose the entire motherfucking police precinct and shit like that. And they found another fucking patsy. They just found one of these motherfucking creeper freakers, you know what I'm saying, they had been with some of the prostitutes and put all the motherfucking shit up on him. Okay? But that shit was crazy. When I seen that shit the other night, I was like, bruh, you got to fucking be kidding me. They used that girl's daughter, that woman's daughter, to murder her. And true enough, the girl did have some type of mental illness of some kind, or what have you. But she was under mind control. That girl was under mind control, and she was being used. And right before that, she hadn't killed a dog. They triggered her to murder their dog. She drowned the dog. So she ended up getting busted for that. Her mama belted out of the fuck jail. And not long after that, she ended up murdering her mother in cold blood. And shit like that. Stabbed that woman 100 and some times. But she was under fucking mind control, man. But I ended up telling y'all about that because it was a trip. When she said that she was listening to this song, in the name of the song, it didn't really register. I didn't know what song she was talking about. But when she named the fucking artist, I'm like, ain't no coincidence. It's them motherfucking artists. And it's a trip because T.I.'s name is a nickname. But people who call themselves targeted individuals, for short, they call it TIs. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit crazy, bro. I don't believe in motherfucking coincidences, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that T.I. or Eminem had anything directly to do with this woman. I'm just telling you what she said. That was the song that she was listening to when she ended up being triggered to kill her mother or what have you. But I'm like, this shit crazy. I'm like, this shit is crazy than a bitch. But that's how that shit go, man. And when she said that shit, I knew she wasn't lying. I knew she wasn't fucking lying, okay? Because I remember what I fucking experienced. My damn self. When I was younger. But I wasn't, the reason why they wasn't able to get me like that, fool me like that, because I wasn't mentally ill. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not mentally ill. You know what I'm saying? When you got a person that's mentally ill and they under fucking mind control, okay, and don't let them be into no street drug use or whatever. Them three right there, that's a deadly fucking combination. Them be the main ones that they use for all their motherfucking stage events, bro. Them the main ones that they use, okay? Main ones that they use. But anyway, we're going to get back to this, guys. So we got the 10 of Swords here on family annihilation and evil serial killer family or what have you. This is ultimate betrayal, disloyalty, sabotage, ruin, fatal endings, okay? Your family are they don't give a damn about betraying their own, stabbing their own in the back, committing a hate crime against their own to fulfill these human sacrifices, these blood sacrifices here, okay? Yeah. Spirit, clarify these family secrets being exposed. So I'm seeing the 3 of Pentacles here. These people, there's certain individuals in your family, they're in some type of collaboration with one another. They teamed up, linked up, schemed up with one another for the purposes of money, okay? But the 3 of Pentacles also talks about contractual agreements. So this ties into these cult covers and secret societies in which they belong to as well, okay? Yeah, and then you got the 10 of Pentacles here. Betrayal for the love of money, okay? Time is dirty money. These foes who are greedy, who are corrupt, and they indulge in these things because of their own ignorance, okay? For the love of money here. The 10 of Pentacles is like sudden wealth, okay? Spirit, clarify, listen to the words that come out of their mouth. Listen to the words that come out of their mouth. Death, again. You got death on here. So when they are talking about, I feel like Spirit is saying when they mentioning these people's deaths, that, you know, the people who have died or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it may sound like a casual conversation, like they speaking on them in remembrance of them or what have you. Listen to the words that come out of their mouth, Spirit is saying, pertaining to these deaths. This was ultimate betrayal. These people are in contractual agreements, collaborations, and it's for the purposes of money. They are blood sacrificing their own kind for a fucking dime for money. Okay, guys, look. 5 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Jealousy, envy, hatred, spitefulness, competition, retaliation, punishment, payback, or revenge, guys. Okay? Spirit. Family secrets being exposed. One more on family secrets being exposed. One more on family secrets being exposed. Yeah, these is people that they have decided to neglect, to abandon, to leave out in the cold, to reject, to alienate, to leave in harsh conditions and in ruin, okay? Yeah. Whoever they decide that's going to be the weakest link, that's going to be the sacrificial lamb, or what have you, okay? Spirit, clarify betrayal. Give us one more on betrayal, please. I did not want this reading to go this long, guys, okay? But I ended up talking to y'all about some stuff that I wasn't expecting. But, yeah. Spirit, clarify this betrayal. And that's another thing. That girl should have been found, really and truly, that girl should have been found not guilty by reason of mental disease or insanity or however that shit go. The fuck. It trips me out how the law is or what have you. Because there's people who have fucking done, who have mental illness. This person has a history of mental illness. Okay? A long history of mental illness. And on medications and every fucking thing and what have you. And they charged her the way they did. That girl needs to be in a fucking institution. For whatever the remainder of her sentence is, even if it's fucking life or whatever the fuck it is, because that girl was manipulating. She was under fucking mind control. And you ain't telling me there's people in power and authority and leadership in government when the Long Island serial killer got exposed by fucking accident. And they didn't like that shit. Not to mention that it ended up exposing the sheriff or whoever he is. And the police precinct that he worked for and all of that shit. And all the dirty officers that was up in there that was a part of that shit, you know what I'm saying? Linked up with these prostitutes and all this other shit that was going on. It exposed a whole lot of shit. They wanted that woman dead. Period, point blank. Yep. Spirit said that's the truth. And they got the girl sitting in prison, and she's clearly mentally ill. She's clearly mentally ill. So I don't understand how. So there's people who have done less and have mental illness, and you send them to an institution versus prison or what have you. But this girl sitting up with severe mental illness in fucking prison. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. She was a fucking patsy, man. She was a patsy. They used her. Spirit is saying your family, they are liars, cheaters, thieves, manipulators, con artists. They sneaking and creeping around. They're trying to get away with something here, especially as it relates to these families' deaths that is going on. They're cowards. They do things under false pretenses. They're very strategic. They only care about their own self-interest. Okay, the Seven of Swords is all about deception, manipulation, trickery, fuckery, thievery, and a multitude of other things here. Okay, they are lying. That's why Spirit is saying, listen to the words that's coming out of their mouth. Whatever they are saying as it relates to these people's deaths, they are lying, and the truth ain't in them. Spirit is saying. Okay, they know that these people were blood sacrifices and they were involved in it. Okay, everybody playing they little roles. Okay, Spirit clarify betrayal. If there's any type of legal situations or legal matters that's going on as it relates to these monies and different things like that or what have you, these people are lying in court, perjuring themselves in courts of laws. If there's fraud that's being committed in different things, they're falsifying information, documentations, and all other kinds of things. Spirit is saying. Okay. Spirit, any other message? I've seen both the Queen of Wands, Sagittarius, Aries, of Leo. I've seen the Queen of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, I've seen the King of Wands, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. There's lots of people who are involved here. Okay. Yeah. Five of Swords here. The Five of Swords speaks of conflict, defeat, hostilities, plot twists, abusive, or it speaks of abuse. Okay. Yeah. This betrayal for the love of money here. Okay. Was due to the conflict and the chaos and the conflict that these individuals caused. Okay. And they did so all for the love of money. Okay. And this is the reason why you got the moon at the bottom of the deck. So you got secret society, fortune, and you have the moon here. Okay. These secret things, these hidden things are coming to the light as it relates to your evil serial killer family. Okay. These family annihilators. Okay. Who have betrayed their own kind. Okay. For nothing more than money. For nothing more than money. Okay, guys? So I thank you all so very much for listening, for watching. For those of you who would like to contact me, follow me on Instagram, or make a modest contribution for the growth of the channel, you can do so. You can find the information below in the description box, guys. Oh, that's my daughter. That's my daughter's son, or what have you guys, okay? As always, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but most of all, take care of your babies, honey. Remember, this is a wicked, wicked world that we live in. There's wickedness in high places, and there's evil that's lurking around each and every corner, even in a neighborhood near you. So y'all watch your surroundings, watch the company you keep, watch the surroundings and the company in which your children are in as well. And considering the fact that you never know when someone may betray you, backstab you, try to hurt you, or harm you, honey, keep you some protection on you. Y'all stay awake, stay aware, stay vigilant, and stay prepared, because if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, baby. Until the next time, peace, love, and light. Namaste. I am that I am, created in the image of God.